everybody? I'm Alex, and today I'm bringing you another Rocket League video. I apologize for the lack of Rocket League content lately. I've been really enjoying playing Dragon Quest and just haven't really had a whole lot of time and ideas as far as what to do with Rocket League. But today I'm bringing you a Rocket League video because not too long ago I started coaching, and I figured a really good way that I could bring Rocket League content as well as, you know, allow the person that I coach to have something to reference in the future. I decided I decided that making videos about it would be nice. So that way, not only do you guys get to see some content from me about Rocket League, but the people that I coach, if they ever forget or need reminders or just want refreshers on things, they can always come back to the video that they're in. And then for those of you that aren't being coached and you're just wanting to watch the Rocket League content, maybe you'll learn something from it. And that's kind of just the whole goal. It's a win-win-win for me, honestly, and for everybody involved, really, that watch. Either you get a chance to learn something new, or refine some knowledge that you already had, and then I get to make content, and the people that I help coach have something to review in the future if they ever need it. I will put a disclaimer, though. I will say I am not a professional coach. Obviously, the things that I say, I mention it in this video a couple of times, I'm pretty sure. Some of the things that I teach aren't the end-all, be-all way to be the best in the game. They're just good tips for anyone below Grand Champ, really, to use, especially when solo queuing. I focus mostly on rotations and positioning, and so I want to, make sure that I can put that out there when I teach. As far as mechanics go, a lot of that stuff, there's tons of YouTube content on already. I could do it, but honestly, the main thing when it comes to mechanics, as far as teaching mechanics, is that you just got to go in and train. You just got to put in the work to get better at it. So, like I said, I'm not a professional coach. If you don't agree with everything I say, then that's fine. It's just how I've managed to get my way up solo queuing up to 1600 MMR in 3s and 2s all by myself. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and get you into the video with Galaxytiger. I'll say he's a good friend of mine. He supports me in pretty much everything I do, and I really appreciate it. So, let's go ahead and get into it. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So we'll go ahead and I will just ask, so that way I know kind of what I'm dealing with. Say you are what rank in 2s and 3s, whatever you want to get better at?
2s, and I am Champ 1 in 2s right now.
Okay, and so what do you think you struggle with the most that you're looking to get help with right now?
Everything. um, I guess, like, rotation-wise and positioning.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll play 1 or 2 ranked games, and then I will save the replay, and then I'll go over a replay analysis with you, and that way I can kind of help visually just show you from an outside perspective kind of what I'm seeing, so that way kind of best way to position, rotate, and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and we will get into that, and we will do it in your server on Europe, so that way, everything's smooth for you. Just play normal. I'll work around you. Don't be afraid to mess up, I'll say, because that's the whole point of the coaching session.
That's the whole game.
Yep, but we'll go ahead and we'll get into it for sure. I'll let you choose.
So
do you
what
want
do
to
you
watch
think?
that first one or the second, or the first one or this one?
Honestly, I don't even know what happened in the first one. We can do the first one, sure.
Okay. So we'll watch the first one, which is good because I played poorly in this one compared So I'll be able to show you um, be able to show you that even at
Mm-hmm.
Grand Champ you can improve. All right, let me grab one more thing.
Okay, I see.
Okay, you can see everything, even me drawing.
Yes. Yep.
Perfect. That's beautiful. So, for the majority of this, I'm going to show you from your point of view. I'm going to be
Mm-hmm.
watching for things, watching for ways that I can help you improve, things you can correct, or small tips and tricks that can help you get better.
Okay.
Sometimes I will show you my point of view, so that way you can kind of see how I'm seeing
Yeah.
things. So that way
Yeah,
you
I
can
see.
kind
Yeah.
of see how it differs from what you're seeing. And then
Mm-hmm.
occasionally I will do an overall fly cam view so
Yeah,
you can
it's
kind of see.
the
And
rotation and stuff.
without fail, no matter how many times I coach, this especially twos, for some reason I get this map, which is hard to do. So what I'm about to show you is not an end all be all set of rotations or guidelines for twos.
Yeah, I know this.
Yep. It's just a very structured way to let you know how to position and how to rotate, so that way you can put
Yeah,
yourself in the
I should
best
always be in
position.
the one squared next year.
Mm-hmm. And so essentially, there's these quadrants, and you're right, you only
Yeah.
want to be one square. But I will tell you another thing that some people don't always mention, which always bugs me because it happens so many times when I play twos, even at Grand Champ. If somebody's making a play on the ball, so let's say I'm making a play on the ball here, you never
Mm-hmm.
want to be directly behind or
Yeah, you should be more
outside.
like to the side.
Yeah, you never want to be directly behind or outside your teammate. Never.
Yeah.
Because from here or anywhere outside, you are of no help to your teammate. You're basically putting them in a 1v2 and going, good luck. So you always want to try to position yourself somewhere in the middle
Yeah.
of them. You never want to be in front of them either, obviously. I'll say
Okay, well.
if you have the ball, then the same thing. If you have the ball, they need to be in a spot that can support you. You know, if they're way back
Yeah.
here or they're behind you, you know, they can't support you there. So that's not an end all be all. As you get better and as you get faster, you'll be able to cut those rotations and kind of make better decisions and know when to creep up. But that's just a basic structure you can follow. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and we will follow your point of view here. Decent kickoff. Good job looking for the boost and putting yourself in position here.
Oh god.
Just a little bit creeped up here,
Yeah.
which is, you know, that happens. That's just a part of getting comfortable with the mechanics there. So right here, you do a good job of putting yourself middle. You just gotta get more comfortable with getting there fast.
Yeah, I jumped kinda too late.
Mm-hmm. So right here, you just gotta get more comfortable with where you are on the field. I say, even if you're not sure how close you are, go ahead and just look at
Yeah.
that and see. That way you know you're not going to bump that, because here now you're at a position, which is okay because I am up, so they do
Yeah.
miss. Good job leaving yourself for there as a play. Good patience. That just comes with right there. It's okay. I was just say you had the right idea.
Yeah, I
Just
just messed up my flip
yeah, it's just a
and
mechanical thing.
positioning.
That's just something you
Yeah.
get used to over time. I say that's something you'll get used to over time, but way to stick with it. Decent touch. I'm gonna say here. I'm gonna say you can already
Yeah,
tell
go
from
back.
from bumping him. I'm gonna say you kind of creep up here too long. I would say I know you're waiting for the pass here. I would say, but
Yeah.
just make sure that you also know where this guy is. I would say so. Use your right stick if you have to. Just look for him. because
Yeah.
that'll
Okay.
let you know if you're okay to sit up here or if you need to go back and position yourself behind me.
Oh yeah,
So
I get it now.
that's just a small thing. We're here. He hits it over me. See, this is the part where I was just playing really bad for a little bit. Like
All good.
my brain just kind of shut off. So here, just being aware of where he's at,
Yeah.
it will help clear
Yeah,
this up.
like right there, I saw him going back. That's why I didn't think he would push up.
Mm-hmm. So here, I know it's easy to point out in a replay because it's kind of bang bang. But here,
Yeah.
if he's getting it behind you, keep going because you know the ball's coming over
Oh.
here. So you know the only threat can be from over here. If he's
Oh,
all
okay.
if he's all the way back and he hits it across, there's no threat and it's just rolling across. But since you
Mhm.
weren't sure where he was, if you just keep going and put yourself outside of the play, whereas here you're putting your whenever you turn here, you're putting your back end to the ball,
Oh
which
yeah.
means you have no way to get enough momentum to turn and make a save here. Whereas if you keep
Yeah.
going and he makes that shot, you at least have a chance to jump up for it and save it, if that makes sense. So just making sure you keep your nose to the play, basically.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Which that's fine. That was my fault mainly. I would say
Yeah.
because here
All good.
I had a poor challenge. I say I get it by him, and then right here just a poor challenge there. So I could
It
have
happens. All
challenged
good.
better. You could have put yourself in a better spot backside.
Better position. Yeah.
So you can get better. I can get better. We don't get better. So I go for the kickoff there. Decent
Oh god, I
attempt.
know this part.
Yeah, I say decent attempt here. Thing is, right here. Let me back it up so you can see better with this guy here. In this point here, you see on kickoff, you see this guy's over here. You see he's no threat to the ball. You see this guy got
Yeah.
boost and he's up the wall. It's not a bad idea to take a shot for this, but in most cases when you have the time and space, you want to take it.
Yeah.
So you want to catch it and dribble it and create an opportunity. Whereas here,
Oh
you're
yeah.
just putting all
Gotcha.
of your faith in the fact that you're going to hit this shot. Which, granted, you could have hit it right here, but he's at a point where he can maybe make the save. Whereas if you catch it and dribble it, you give yourself more of an opportunity to make a dribble and a flick. Or since you
Mhm.
saw me get that boost, I could be here ready for you to pass it off the backboard or to
Oh
me.
yeah.
So just when you have time and space, go ahead and use it. So that way you can give yourself more opportunities and not make yourself one dimensional like this.
Yeah.
You almost had it. You just got to be. This all comes from learning how to read the bounce. You know you hit
Yeah.
it. You know
Kind of
you hit it
mistaken.
left. You kind of hit it left here, so you know it's got to come
Yeah.
back out this way. So you just got to position yourself to meet that bounce. Good job using the roof as momentum. Not bad there. I tried to double jump and I backflipped. Nice patience. Good flick. I say, I'm not sure if you did, but something that's really good to do, something that's really good in ones, that you can learn from here. You start doing it right here.
Yeah.
Is diagonal dribbling. So basically,
Oh yeah, I see.
yeah, basically
You maybe get a bounce dribble.
basically what you do is you dribble in a diagonal direction, so that way you can keep an eye on this
Mhm.
guy the whole time. Because
Oh okay.
if you go straight on like this, you make it hard to see him, but you are still in a diagonal, which is good.
Yeah.
Until here, you don't know what he's doing. You kind of he kind of tries to fake challenge you, which is why you can score this. But if he was
Yeah.
challenging right there, you wouldn't know because you blocked him. You blocked.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. So that's just a small tip. Not a big deal in twos or threes. It's more of a ones thing, but it can help you. So go ahead here. this you want to try to go to the same side here, because if you go all the way over
Yeah.
here, you're taking a lot more time. So I would recommend going closest side of the boost, but I would also go ahead and not flip here, because here, if you end up flipping, like here, you get caught and you lose all momentum. If they make it
Mm-hmm.
on net, you're going to have a hard time getting enough momentum and boost to get back. Whereas if you don't flip, at any point in time, if you see it's a danger to net, you can turn off and you can make a save.
Oh yeah, I see.
Because earlier on the shot you missed over here, what happened is this guy flipped and had too much momentum, and he got caught on the wall, which is why you were close to scoring there. So that's why in most cases it's better not to flip. I know it's because you want to get speed and momentum, but if you go to the near,
to get the boost faster.
If you're near side, so for instance, if we start back over here, right here.
Yeah, I mean, I went for the boost.
Yeah, if you pick up this boost and line yourself up, you'll have enough boost to hit supersonic before you touch the big boost, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, usually the people who I play with, when it's like that kickoff, they usually put it to the left instead of like the right.
A lot of the times it's because they try to win it, but in these kinds of kickoffs, the path of least resistance for the ball to go is always, like, especially if I hit it center, it's normally going to be this way, because that's the way I came from. So my momentum, my momentum's going to be more center in this way, in left, because that's the way I came from. So in most cases, I'll go this way. Normally, what happens when they try to win the kickoff, and this guy, since he's coming this direction, the path of least resistance for the ball for them is going to be that way. And so they try winning the kickoff, and they end up stalling it out here, or
that's why they usually go left.
They end up flipping this way to try to match his flip, and then it ends up going this way because they open up the amount of resistance towards this direction. So that's normally what happens. Yeah. Because right here, I just had a poor kickoff. My kickoff wasn't that good. My landing was bad, so that's why it ended up doing that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So in these situations here, this will help you conserve boost. In these situations, when you're trying to gain momentum, you don't want to just use this boost to reposition, because even though you have 70 boost, which is plenty, you want to make, as you get higher and higher ranks, everyone's going to get faster. You're going to want to have that boost. So in those situations,
I should have flipped then.
Yeah, it's okay to use like 12 boost and then flip to reposition.
Yeah.
Same thing here. You probably already know what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, take your time.
Yep, you have time because he's there. He's no threat to you. That'll buy your teammates time, and it'll give you more options for positioning and plays. Whereas here you're one-dimensional, and now they have possession.
Yeah.
Here I was just being dumb. I thought I could beat them because I'm faster, but I just kind of expected them to beat me halfway through, and I just let them get it. Good job buying time. Decent flick there. So as you can see, I'll show you here. Because I rotated near side, which I shouldn't. Let's see. I got that boost, but the only reason I kept going is because I thought he was going to get a touch this way. So I thought he was going to go across the field.
But he missed.
Yeah. And so here, I'm trying to position middle, but since you're taking it this way, I know I can stop, and I can go middle and just wait for what happens.
I see.
Here.
Wow.
So here, you don't want to rotate near side. Same for the same reasons. Let's say you're leaving that ball, and you see me here, and that's why you don't want to rotate near side. Luckily, he bumped me your way. But in most cases, rotating near side puts yourself in the way of your teammates and the ball.
Yeah, it's basically a bad rotation.
Let's say, so you always want to try to go back side. So right here, once you make the play and you're done with it, even if you like right here, you see he gets that boost. Just use your right stick or turn or just
Mm-hmm.
look at where
Yeah.
everyone's at.
To see where you are.
Yeah, so that way you can turn in or turn out and you know
Yeah.
because as long as you're paying attention to where I am and where the ball is, you'll be able to put yourself out of the way so that way you can reposition basically. But here, go for the bump. He bumps me, which luckily he was slow enough that I could kind of fake him out.
Yeah.
But here, this is where I'm looking. Here, I see he's not gonna beat me to this ball. I know because this guy bumped me. I know he's behind me, so I have to be careful of him. But I know he's not a direct threat right away. So that's how I know I can fake this ball. Same thing here. I see him and I know he's approaching fast, so I can just take this 50.
Oh, okay.
It all came from just watching where they were.
Yeah.
And then I knew he was on the wall. I was gonna shoot, but I thought he was gonna beat me, so I thought if I flipped out, I can dunk him, but he ends up missing, so it works out. So good job positioning.
Yeah, I tried positioning like more left, like right there, because I thought he was gonna hit it.
Yeah, I'll say that's a good positioning there, right in the middle, facing the play. Good job on this kickoff. I would say that's a beautiful kickoff. Not much more you can say than that. Same thing here. You can, since you're in the middle, you can choose. You can grab that boost. You can grab this boost pad and grab this boost pad and keep boosting and hit supersonic before you grab this. So that way you don't have to use momentum. Because here, if you get caught up and something happens, your momentum and your positioning does not allow you to make any kind of helping defensive help.
Oh yeah.
Because even if you're communicating with this guy, if you're on a team, you can't guarantee he's going to get a perfect kickoff every time.
Yeah.
So, especially if you're wanting to rank up, you want to play safe, but obviously not too safe. But you know what I'm saying. You want to minimize the amount of mistakes you make, and giving away potential free goals. Just minimizing the amount of chances they have at free goals is just.
Okay.
Same thing here. As soon as it gets back, you want to position yourself middle, facing the play. So you're doing a good job here facing the play. You just want to go middle. Because at this point, you're flipping at me, and you're kind of encroaching on the same quadrant as I was in.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Which means if it goes middle here, you have to use more resources and time to put yourself middle to position to make a shot. Whereas if you're here, and a pass or a shot comes, you're here to make a play. Or even if it hits the backboard and they get possession, you can turn off and keep them inside you. Whereas here, we do end up getting a goal out of it, but now you have to take a ton of time and resources to get here to get to the ball as opposed to already being here and just having to hit it. Luckily, they double committed, and that bought us a good time to shoot. You did good on your placement there.
Okay.
Decent kickoff. Right here.
Yeah, I could have grabbed the boost pad.
Yep, I'd say you see he's ahead of you. Go ahead and just, before you even flip, just look for this guy. So that way you can turn off and get these pads and position yourself. Backside. So that way, if anything comes, you can take over. Whereas here, you just kind of have to hope he misses. Because you have no way of saving that now. Let's say, luckily, he missed. Same thing, you can see me buying time here.
Yeah.
Right here, I know he gets my boost.
But you still have like 70, so...
Mm-hmm. So here, I was just trying to get back. I could have flipped, I guess. Like, that's the one thing I could have done better here. Because now I would have had like 100 and something, but now I have like 40 to make a play. Or here, I would have picked up that pad and I would have had close to 100, which would have made my attack much better. And that's why you don't
Yeah.
ever want to just spam boost to reposition. That's a bad habit that I'm trying to break, that I recently
Yeah.
learned how to break. But here, I'll say, here, I would say you're positioning yourself, and you see he's not challenging, so you do a good job. But just try not to get too far ahead of me. See, because here I'm trying to
Yeah.
catch it because I know they're allowing me the time, and I tried to get it to you. I just didn't have enough power.
It was a good try though.
Yeah.
Was close.
But here, because you're in front of me, you're putting it in a position to where I have to get enough power. Whereas if you're middle and you're kind of beside me, you have a better chance of at a minimum. If he gets a touch on this ball, you can 50-50 it. Whereas here,
Oh
if you
yeah.
get a 50-50,
Okay.
it's most likely just going to go back this way.
Yeah.
Because here, you know he's beating you to that ball. So you can go ahead and just stay grounded, and you know the ball's coming this way. You can just rotate around me. Let's say, because I'm going to rotate out, so you can rotate, we can both head back.
Yeah.
But here, he beat you. I recognize it, and so I stay with it. Luckily, I'm able to buy you some time here. He ends up bumping me.
And there's the problem. Yeah, I went too far back right there.
I say, you already recognize it. I know you really
Yeah, I
want
should have stayed
boost.
with the boost pads.
Yep, you already know. The boost pads are super important. Go ahead and
Yeah, that's also what I'm trying to fix. Well, I used to do it a lot. I do it a lot less often right now, but
so
it's
right
still
here,
there.
you see him get that one. Just go ahead and grab this pad, and even if you go as far back as here and grab this pad, you can go ahead and turn around and grab this pad, put yourself middle, and by that time, that one will be respawned. And by that time, you'll have 30-something, almost 40 boosts to make a play. Whereas here, I'm trying to keep possession, I'm trying to keep up the attack, and now you're not here to make a pat or to make a shot.
Yeah.
Luckily, he had a poor touch, and you do a good job of placing it. But as your opponents get faster and as they get better, you'll be able to, you won't have that opportunity all the time. They'll do a lot better of a job. Placing themselves in positions to not allow stuff like that.
Yeah, and getting better touches than these guys.
And that's the whole goal, is to rank up so that way you can, get more consistent and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I'll go ahead and I'll give you a small list of the few things that I saw that'll help you improve. Stuff that will, some bad habits that you can change that'll help you get in better positions, get in better spots. So the first thing that I will tell you, I will just put it down in, it's kind of two things in one. They work together. The first thing is just a general term. It's just awareness. Basically, just making sure you know where your opponents are and the teammates are at all times. So that way you know where to put yourself. So, like, if you know where your opponents are, you know if they're a threat to your net or not. If you're on defense, you know what shots are threatening. If you're on offense, you know when they're pushing you, as long as you're looking at them.
Yeah.
And the way you get better at awareness, and this term is a very general term, and it's not a term that I came up with, but a term that one of my previous coaches always told me to. Yep, hooty hoo. Camera work. And there's two big aspects to camera work. There's ball cam and car cam, so turning off ball cam and car cam so you can look around, and using the right stick, so that way you can look, so you can actively look for your opponents. Obviously, when you're playing the game, it's fast, so sometimes that stuff kind of is easy to forget. So you want to get to the point where you're just subconsciously going, okay, I need to actively look for them so I know what to do. So that way you can look and see. So those few times where I showed you where I was catching it and dribbling it and buying you time and stuff, that all came from the fact that I was looking at them. Even though my pass attempt over here was poor, it stemmed from seeing them and going, okay, they're letting me have space. I can dribble this. And then seeing you upfield ready for a pass allowed me to take the time to try to flick it toward you to make a pass. And that all stemmed from being aware of where everyone was and using my camera work to find everybody actively. The second point I'll make Another general term that you already mentioned.
Positioning. Oh, boost management. Yeah.
Just boost management. Boost manage boost. Basically, just understanding that these little boost pads are super important because
Yeah.
let's say because they'll help you stay in the play. So for instance, just going even if you go into free play and you turn unlimited boost off and you just spend your time playing as fast as you can, hitting the ball around and going on these boost pads, figuring out what paths you can take to put yourself in the best position possible so that way you can not only
Okay.
support your teammates but you can stay in the play and starve your opponents. And because a lot of times there are people who play physically fast, but a lot of people who seem to be super fast, like especially in the 1v1s we've done, it seems like
I
I'm
have
fast.
good boost management.
It's because I put high importance on these boost pads, which allow me to stay in the play and allow me.
Yeah.
It makes me look fast, but the entire time you could even see, from my point of view, I didn't look like I was very fast, just from a replay perspective. But in game, I probably
Yeah.
appear, especially to these guys, I probably appear a lot faster than I look because I'm able to stay in the play so much, and that all stems from putting high importance on these boost pads and these boost paths, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the third thing, very minimal, even I still have to work on getting it knocked into my head, is backside rotation.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say back post. The only reason I don't like saying back post is because a lot of people tend to take that as going all the way back and putting yourself back post. And as you get
Yeah.
higher, that takes you out of the play. Essentially, even on defense, if you're sitting, even if you're backside and you're in net and you're facing the play, that's still backside. I would say because if you're right here, like let's say the ball's over here,
Mhm.
and you're right here and you have ball game on, you're gonna see pretty much right here,
Yeah.
which is fine because that'll let you make the play happen. But backside, even if you're backside and you're here facing the play and the ball's still over here, the ball cam's still going to take you over here, but now you're going to have more vision of what's going on.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
Same thing.
More awareness also.
Hold on, let me. There we go.
What was that?
So sometimes the replay gets stuck. So we'll. I'm going to leave that in because that's funny to me. So same thing on offense. If the ball is if you made a play and the ball's over here, and your teammate's over here ready to make a play, you don't want to put yourself here because even though here you can still see pretty much what's going on, your near side you're not able to support your teammate here. I'll say because because the only thing you can cover is the same thing he's already covering. Whereas if the ball's here and your teammate's here and you made a play and you put yourself here, your backside, your opposite side of the ball, and you're sitting right here. He's covering this part. You're covering this part over here. That gives you much more coverage, much more vision of what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
And then I guess I should have mentioned with the boost management. I got two small things. The first one with boost management, something that even I am still trying to work on. Whenever you are not making a direct play on the ball, even if you're first, if you're not directly making a play on the ball, like you're fake challenging or something like that, go ahead and save that boost. Don't unnecessarily use the boost to position yourself or anything like that. I was to say, as long as you're not making a direct play on the ball, go ahead and conserve that boost so that way you have it for when you do need it.
Okay.
And then the second thing kind of goes with the first point, I guess, of awareness, is just making sure you stay grounded when you know that you can't beat the player to the ball or when you can't make a direct play on the ball. Basically, just not putting all your eggs in one basket, hoping that you get the right decision made. Whereas if you stay grounded and wait to see what happens, you'll give yourself...
so basically be more
patient, correct. That is a good way of putting it. Just be more patient, stay grounded, and wait to see what happens before you make a decision. So that way you can have all of the options available to you.
Yeah.
So, we'll go ahead. Do you have any questions? Is there anything you're wanting to go over still, or?
I just have one thing.
Mm.
Yeah, whoever is watching this, make sure to like and subscribe.
Hey, that's exactly right. And if you want to be a part of stuff like this as well, go ahead and look for me on Discord. Codename Alex. It says it's copied. Codename Alex. What's the number? I'm pretty sure it's 8336 if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and find me on Discord, and we can get one of these set up. But yeah, is there anything else you need help with?
It's free, and it's good.
That's right. I'll say, is there anything you need help with still? Any mechanics you want to go over?
Second touch of a flip reset.
Second.
Like, I can get a flip, but I don't know how to use that flip, like, correctly.
I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it. I would say it'll, really help me out. I would say, like I said in the intro, if you don't agree with everything that I said, that's fine. I know I'm not a professional coach. I'm just trying to improve as a coach. But if you want coaching yourself, I will be working on getting a Discord server set up so that way anybody that wants coaching from me, can meet up there and try to meet with me. I do have a job, obviously, because obviously I'm not big in YouTube. So if I don't have time, I will do my best to meet with you whenever I am available. Just just be patient and give me some time. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.